Alright, so Return of the Boogers. Boogers take Manhattan. Boogers 2, the new batch.
Boogers
Boogers
2, The
2,
Quest for
Electric
Peace.
Boogaloo. Uh, Boogers 2, Mickey Rourke is Whiplash. It's gonna be best Marvel movie. We've got Sam Rockwell. Sam Rockwell, he does rock well. Come on the podcast, baby. But anyway, so Booger Story Part 2, which basically what the Booger Story Part 2 is that do you guys, and this is a rhetorical question because this isn't happening live, you guys are gonna hear this later. We're fucking witches.
Fuck
But anyway,
you!
you muggle. But anyway, so if you guys remember those backyard sports video games, basically what they had in the basketball one, and I think they had it in the hockey one and in the football one, which I think the football one had the character I'm talking about, had the little name. I made a character in those games where you played as little kids and you played basketball in backyards. And there was one voice, you could make their name Booger, and there was one voice that was really high pitched, and it was like, I'm Booger! And I thought that was
That's
the
pretty good.
funniest. I thought that was the funniest thing. So I played as this little black boy named Booger, who was like really tiny.
He now attends our school and we bully.
Yeah. We're like, hey, booger, I bet your nose has
He's
boogers.
like the black kid from Sky High who becomes Goop.
Yeah, what was his name?
I don't know what his
Like,
name was.
can we talk about Sky High after this?
Sky High's really good.
But anyway, end of Booger story. So basically, as a kid, I made people refer to me as Booger. And I talked in their voice like this, like for 2 years.
You're so bad.
I know, I was. I'm still so bad. I was. That's bullshit. But yeah, Sky High. Let's talk about that.
Fucking Kurt Russell, man.
Dude, I
He's
love
the best
Kurt
person.
Russell is amazing because Kurt Russell gives as much he puts as much into like famous roles as he does in the roles that everyone else will forget.
Like Sky High.
Like he put the same I yeah, I think Sky High has kind of gotten like overshadowed, but like
Yeah.
it's a good movie. I'm talking more bad movies.
Ah, yeah, yeah.
Like because I still hear people talk about Sky High every once in a while. I think if you were like a kid at the time, then you remember it.
Maybe
But
you just wouldn't know who Kurt
if you
Russell was.
no, but that which is unfortunate because Kurt Russell is amazing. Well, maybe Hateful Eight will bring him
Dude,
back
I'm
in
so fucking
the public
excited for the
eye.
Hateful Eight, by the way, and I'm so upset that we don't have a theater near us screening it in 70 millimeter.
Yeah, which you've never seen a movie in 70
I've
minutes.
never seen a movie in 70 mil, and it
It's
makes me upset.
so good, so good. Like, but no, what I love about Kurt Russell is he put as much effort as he did in The Thing as he put into the remake of the Poseidon Adventure. Like
That happened?
the remake of the Poseidon Adventure, yeah, which I was so excited for because as a kid, one of my favorite movies to watch on VHS was the original Poseidon Adventure, which I rewatch it now and I still like it, but like it's it doesn't age that well. Like it really doesn't. But no, I was so excited for that. It sucked. I remembered they had this little kid in it, and the little kid was terrible. And it had the little kid and one of the guys from the OC who my cousin was obsessed with. Okay, but like, what I love about Sky High and why I think we should, I, I almost want a sequel to Sky High. Like right now, because if you release
Yeah.
that movie now, that movie would be a huge hit.
It would do so fucking well, wouldn't it?
Superheroes weren't a big thing back in 2005. Like, yeah, we had Spider-Man, and like,
They are the thing now.
when did
Which probably
Batman
not for much longer.
Begins come
Batman
out?
Begins? Like, I think
2006, right? I
oh
don't think.
06 or oh
I'll,
07.
I'll look it up. I'm on IMDb right now.
I
So
think it might have been earlier.
I don't think it was early. No, it was 2005. It's the same year.
Okay, yeah, oh 05.
So like, this was like, I would argue Batman Begins was the start of a new wave of superhero movies.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
would not argue that
Yeah, I
because
wouldn't argue
even
either.
though I like it better than The Dark Knight, which isn't a popular opinion, but I like it better than Dark Knight. I'm not trying to diss The Dark Knight. I know lots of people love The Dark Knight, and that's fine. It's a great movie, but every time I watch it, I like it less. Which is Batman Begins. I continue to notice new things I didn't quite notice because you don't go back into Batman Begins as much.
No,
It
you
kind of
don't.
gets overshadowed,
Yeah.
and even by The Dark Knight Rises.
Fuck The Dark Knight
I'm
Rises.
not saying Batman Begins is a perfect movie. The kid who plays someone on Game of Thrones.
Isn't he
He plays like
the kid who like Gordon
a
protects in the last action scene?
yeah. Which I'm not the biggest Game of Thrones fan, so I'm sorry if I can't remember. Like I watch it like occasionally. I want to say his name is Geoff.
I couldn't tell you.
You've never seen episodes of Game of Thrones?
I no.
It's good. You should watch it. Like I don't know. I'll probably finish watching like all of it when it's like done.
Yeah.
Because I like to do that with a lot of shows. I like to
That's what I
wait.
did with Breaking Bad.
Oh my god, Breaking Bad's so good.
Breaking Bad is so amazing.
But yeah, but I would argue that the start of the superhero craze, I would say, not the Dark Knight. Even though the Dark Knight is seen as like the biggest one, the best in the superhero craze, I would argue that the reason we have so many superhero movies is because of Iron Man.
I would agree.
Just like
Iron Man completely blew everything up.
yeah, because no one expected it. No one expected Iron Man to be good. It had Robert Downey Jr.
John Favreau was like, "Hey guys, look at this man in an iron suit."
Oh,
Whoa!
yeah. Talk about underdog stories.
Yeah,
That
jeez.
that was after Robert Downey Jr. was in Kiss Kiss Bang Bang, which is a great movie, and you should all watch it. But it was a bomb, and it didn't do well. And he was trying to take his career back after doing tons of drugs and washing himself out and being in
Dude,
things like
he
the
did do a
Shaggy
lot of
Dog.
drugs. Dude, he was. I
He
completely forgot he was in
one
the
of
fucking Shaggy
you know who was
Dog.
also in the Shaggy? No, he wasn't in Shaggy Dog. He
Oh,
was
I
in
didn't. I was
no,
wondering. I didn't think
Robert
he
Downey
was in the
Jr.
Shaggy
was in
Dog.
Shaggy Dog. Robert Downey Jr. was in
Oh,
Shaggy Dog.
okay.
You know who? Speaking of Game of Thrones, Peter Dinklage was the villain in Underdog.
Dude, he totally fucking wasn't he?
I'm pretty sure
Oh,
that was him.
I completely forgot.
And if it's not, then I'm gonna seem. No, it's Peter Dinklage. I was about to say I'm about to seem dwarf racist.
Dude, Peter
No,
Dinklage is in a lot of
Peter
things.
Dinklage is a great actor.
He is great. He's an awful voice actor, though.
We're not talking about Dustin.
We don't talk about this
Hmm.
Peter
Um,
Dinkle shit in,
Peter Des-
in Destiny.
Peter Destiny Dinklage.
Which I hear Destiny is better now, and
Well, it's because it's the full game,
It's-
and that's what
yeah.
it is, Destiny fanboys. We got gypped. We
you know, I
pulled
don't
up
fucking
beta.
I don't care about it anymore because I bought the vanilla game for like $100 with the season pass, and now it's like now they're selling like they've literally they've admitted that like the first year of Destiny was more so a test run, and they're like giving out rewards and shit.
And doesn't that feel so dirty?
Yeah.
I feel betrayed.
Like, I don't even care if it's fun now. I'm not gonna go back and play. I'm not gonna go back and hop on. I hear Nolan North isn't very good as Dinklebot,
Look,
anyways.
Nolan North just sees it as another paycheck. Like Nolan North is
Basically.
going to keep making money.
Nolan
which
North is
I
gonna
love.
be fine.
Nolan North will always be a big deal.
Oh yeah,
I
after
think
fucking
I feel like voice actors in video games and sorry for interrupting.
Oh no, it's fine.
What were you gonna say?
No, after Uncharted, Nolan North is just huge.
Oh yeah. What I was saying is like voice actors who are popular often change very quickly, but I think Nolan North is gonna stick around.
Yeah, like he's no Troy Baker.
No.
Troy Baker is the biggest name in the voice
Look.
acting scene right now in video games, like for sure.
For obvious reasons. He's
Yeah.
a very talented man.
He's very talented.
He's a very, very talented. Which, what was the name of that game? The Kickstarter that they got him for?
Troy Baker?
You know what I'm talking about, right?
Are you talking about
Yeah, they got
Bloodstained?
Bloodstained. Wasn't that Troy Baker
No, they got David Hayter.
David Hayter. Alright, I always get them.
Voice of Snake up until
I-
MGS5.
Yeah, I know who he is. I always get them
And
confused,
he
though.
didn't he write like
I
for
always
X-Men?
just... Didn't he write for what?
Wasn't he a writer for like X2?
David Hayter?
Yeah. I don't know. I remember seeing something on his Twitter bio about him like being a writer for some X-Men movie, which I didn't know about.
He was
Oh, jeez.
X2, and that's like my favorite X-Men
Oh,
movie.
that's by far the best X-Men movie.
That's by far the most X-iest X-Men.
That's
movie.
I would X that X-Men.
Does
X-Men.
Yeah, I was about to say, does X-Men have a porn parody? It has to. Everything has a porn parody.
I better.
Even Shakespeare has a porn parody.
It's probably written by Shakespeare.
You know what? If you go to his IMDb page, it actually has it listed. Have you ever seen Shakespeare's IMDb page?
No.
It's the funniest thing. I'm gonna link it to you.
Okay.
Like, it's so funny. Because... Like, everyone else is like, oh yeah, look at these modern photos, and then Shakespeare is just a drawing, and it's just like, William Shakespeare died 1616. And then you look at his writing credits, it's just an absurd amount. It's here, I'm gonna link it. And he only has one nomination. You look, Billy Shakes, not gonna lie, a little overrated.
He's a little bit
Look,
overrated.
Billy Shakes, you don't get the Oscar, okay? You can Oscar out it.
Fucking 1,095 writing credits.
Isn't it just the funny, weirdest looking
It's
thing?
so weird.
No,
yeah.
but what I was talking about was there's a little porn parody of A Midsummer Night's Dream. Try to guess the title.
A Midsummer Night's Cream.
Yeah. It's yeah. It's definitely a Shakespeare porn parody. Yeah, I didn't know that David Hayter was a writer. He also wrote the screenplay to The Scorpion King.
Did he?
Dude,
David Hayter, man.
He rocked our world.
You know, he's voicing Gebel in IGA's Bloodstained, which I'm so fucking excited for.
Oh my
Bloodstained,
gosh,
by the way.
Bloodstained sounds awesome.
Unlike fucking Inafune's abortion, Mighty Number 9, which got delayed again, which nobody really cares about anymore.
And I'm not even excited for the Banjo-Kazooie one. What's it called?
Ukulele?
Ukulele.
I'm somewhat excited for Ukulele, but I don't know, man. I don't know. I'm not too pumped for it. I'll play it for sure. But Bloodstained currently like takes the cake for me in terms of Kickstarter video games.
Same.
I mean, it's not we haven't played it yet, so we don't know. But in terms of its PR and the people behind it, then it wins, and it raised the most money out of any of them.
We are talking completely out of our asses. Which is what that's the more accurate name for this podcast.
Talking out of asses.
Talking bums.
Talking booties.
On the subject of bums. But yeah, no. Where were we? We were talking about Sky High.
We're talking about
That's how we got here.
Yeah, I don't care anymore. Let's just keep moving.
Look, this podcast. Look, I'm gonna describe the podcast real quick. Can I get real?
No.
I can't. Can I get pseudo?
No, but you can get fucking sumo!
Super duper sumos?
Is that a movie?
It's a TV show. Or we could get like that sumo from Ben 10.
we need to call up whoever has a license to the TV show and try and get the rights.
There's already a video game.
No, not a video game. Try and get the rights for a TV movie.
A TV movie?
It'll star Chris Evans.
Oh my gosh. Hashtag shout out to our boy Chris Evans, unofficial mascot of the podcast. But,
And Max Landis will write it.
Oh my gosh, Max Landis. We're gonna make a radio play out of Super Duper Sumos.
Yes.
And then he pounded his big butt against the Asian girl's face. Like
and the Asian girl screamed, "Oh no!"
So, let's talk about Thomas Brody Sangster.
Thomas Brody. Oh, the
shout out to our boy Powell. Shout out to
the darling of Maze Runner.
Yeah, the darling of Maze Runner. the main runner of Maze Runner.
Oh, I see what you did.
And the reason I bring him up is because I want to talk about a little film that I know you've seen and I haven't seen, but I wanted to as a kid. Let's talk about Nanny Mcphee, and please sell me on Nanny Mcphee and give me the Spike Notes version of Nanny McPhee.
So, imagine a group of no,
Hey, kids, don't go back there.
a
That's what
post-apocalyptic genocidal clique.
Did she have like a motorcycle?
No, she had a BMX like in fucking Turbo Kid.
She could be Mad McPhee. Who is that? My God, I didn't think she was real. What? It's Mad McPhee.
Hideo Kojima would love that movie.
Oh my God, Hideo Kojima and like George Miller, they just need to have a sex orgy.
Dude, they do.
Like, I want to see their baby. Speaking of creators having a sex orgy, do you remember the episode of Powerpuff Girls where the mayor is like reading off all the names of townsfolk?
I don't know.
Well, there was an episode, and I remember that the episode I was watching it recently, and like basically what happened is they were listing off names, and he said Gendy McCracken, and I was like, is that what it would be like if Gendy Tarkovsky and Craig McCracken had a baby? I want to see that. We could get Hotel Transylvania free, baby years.
Oh, I'm so excited for Hotel Transylvania too.
I'm gonna see it. Just because I want Gendy.
Poor Gendy.
He was like, you give me Popeye?
No, we'll give you
no.
Transylvania 2. It's like, no, make us a lot of money in Transylvania 2 and let's think about it.
Did you see... It's like... Beat John Cena first.
We'll think about it, yeah.
Yeah, why haven't we gotten Max Landis on this yet?
Dude, I don't know.
Dude, tweet this at him. Tweet at him.
You tweet at
with a time code. I can. With a time code. And just be like, this is for Max. Max, time code for you, baby boy. You know?
We just we cut into a 1942 era silent black and white film about us desiring to have Max Landis on our podcast.
But yeah, I'll just take a picture of me kissing a picture of Max Landis. Oh my God, I'll send that to you in a sec. But basically, Maxie, baby boy, I'm not saying that we love all your movies and think you're perfect, but we do. And you know what would make you even more perfect? Coming on the podcast.
Yeah.
I'll just put a disclaimer that says we don't like Chronicle.
No, we hate Chronicle.
I
really don't like Chronicle.
Yeah, I hate Chronicle.
I really don't like Chronicle.
Don't like
Sorry,
Chronicle.
Max.
But on the other side, we liked American Ultra.
American Ultra was really pretty
Fun.
good. It was fun. Yeah, it was fun.
Yeah. But anyway, so like I miss live action kids movies. Not because they were good, but because
I miss the live action
bad.
what was it?
Agent Cody Banks?
That and the Scooby-Doo movies.
Oh my gosh! Oh, I forgot about that.
Dude, the Scooby-Doo movies were so fucking
working
horrible.
on a new one.
Are they actually?
Yeah, I don't think James Gunn is coming back.
Oh no. Dude, I completely forgot that James
But you know
Gunn,
who I think would be
wrote them.
Perfect for them? And I think they're perfect for both. What'd you say?
I said I completely forgot that James Gunn wrote them.
Oh, I thought you said Rhythm.
Why the fuck would I say rhythm?
Because James Gunn's got mad rhythm. You see that dancing Groot? He mocapped that. Spoilers.
He's like, yo, I'm gonna dance, and I'm gonna be a dancing twig.
He was like, I'm gonna plant my seeds, my dancing seeds,
into all your people's minds.
Oh, don't you hate it when you get seeds in your mind? That's the worst.
Hey, speaking of which, we need to talk about detention later.
Ooh! Yeah, we do.
Detention is so amazing.
In fact, I've been thinking, like, what movies do you think are gonna be cult classics?
I really hope Detention is a cult classic. I mean, everybody else seems to fucking hate it besides us.
No, I've seen, like, It has like a little group. It has a niche market.
Oh, it's so good.
It's so good. I
It's
love
so
it
good.
so much. But yeah, we'll
Joseph
talk.
Kahn is just the funniest person.
Joseph Kahn. If you're not following him on Twitter, you should. He's
He's
really fun.
hilarious.
And Joseph Baby. Get on the
You want to be on our
podcast.
podcast?
Look, we love Bad Blood. It's the only song we listen to.
we just listen to Bad Blood on repeat whilst we
And you know what? We'll
watch
have Bad Blood
Detention.
with you if you don't get your ass over here.
With Max Landis, get him too. You can probably have the power to do that.
Oh my god! If we get like we eventually get all the guest stars, but we have them all on at the same time,
And
so
everything
it's
is-
just chaos. We're like, okay, we're here with Joseph Kahn, Max Landis, Jack Black, Rebecca Sugar, Leonardo DiCaprio, and man number 2 from 21 Jump Street.
and Martin Scorsese's soon to be deceased core.
Oh, and Martin Scorsese's eyebrows.
Dude,
Just his
Martin
eyebrows.
Scorsese is the most animated director currently. He's so great.
His
I love him.
His little walk.
His little waddle when he walks around.
He looks like a happy feet.
He's
It's like
so good. No, dude, that's why. Oh, dude, oh my God, he totally like George Miller looked at Martin Scorsese one
he was
day,
like, "That's it."
and he was like, "That's it, penguins."
He originally wanted to make a movie about a bunch of dancing Martin Scorsese's.
But Martin
They were like-
Scorsese was
they were
like, "Does it have gangsters in it?" And he was like, "No."
No.
And Martin Scorsese was like, "No, then." And then
was
he's
like,
like, "Oh,
"Does it have-
alright, I'm just
He's
gonna
like,
use
"Does it have
penguins instead."
gangsters or French boys named Hugo?
Or does it have a Leonardo DiCaprio, my favorite actor of all time?
Robert De Niro, who's that? Only Leo is now.
No. Fuck Robert De Niro. He's an intern. Dude, the intern looks so horrendous,
God.
and I'm so excited to go see it.
Well,
We're seeing it with your mom, right?
Mom?
Dude, oh my God, I'm so excited. Dude, we need to see Mistress America.
Yes, we do.
We really need to see Mistress America and Die of a Teenage Girl.
Yeah, we definitely need to. But
I hear Kaufman's movie.
yeah. What's it
is
called? What's it
like
called?
Anosmialia, or it's like
Yeah,
it's
yeah.
something to that degree. I don't know how
Hearing
to pronounce
great
it.
things
I'm hearing
about it,
great
which
things.
makes
Like
sense.
YMS loved it, which makes sense because he loves
Well, it's
Kaufman.
Kaufman.
Everybody loves Kaufman.
Everyone loves Kaufman. Kaufman, baby.
Kaufman, baby, we'll
Podcast.
get on the podcast.
Look, Kaufman, get on the podcast. We'll discuss films, specifically The Pacifier, starring Vin Diesel.
The
Oh
Pacifier
my God,
from Sky
remember The
High.
Pacifier?
I have not seen The Pacifier.
What? Do you know what it is?
No.
Oh my gosh. Okay, so it's about Vin Diesel plays he plays an ex-Navy SEAL who like has to protect 5 kids, and the poster is him with like the kids, and he has 2 babies, one on his back, one on his front, and he's like, "Yeah, I'm tough, and now I got babies,
I'm tough, baby boy.
baby tough."
Fuck you, Jackie Chan.
Harry,
You're not the
tough, man.
Spydex store.
And then we could talk about the game plan and the Tooth Fairy. Kaufman, all your favorites. To be fair, Kubrick loved White Man Can't Jump.
Why did Kubrick love White Man Can't Jump?
It's not a bad movie.
It's not bad, but why was that Kubrick's like one of his favorite movies?
Well, I don't know. We can't judge Kubrick.
No, we can't judge Kubrick, obviously, but I just don't get it.
Once.
Kubrick, he's dead now.
Kubrick's dead. He can't like anything anymore.
No, he can't. To be fair, that is true. Dude, Kubrick is so amazing.
But so amazing. Like no, but what were we talking about? I got lost. Something about
detention.
Oh no, we were talking about films we think are going to be cult classics.
Oh yeah.
And I do think Detention is up there as one of the films that will be a cult
I think
classic.
Dead Girl
I think, yeah, I'll get
might
to that.
come to be a cult classic.
In fact, I want if we made
Because
just
it kind of
one-
already is.
Yeah, it's like they already have groups of people that like
Yeah,
it.
dude, Dead Girl needs to get a fucking Criterion release.
Dead Girl will never get a fucking.
I know, but that'd be so funny, wouldn't it?
Look, just because like Criterion releases good shit,
They do.
but at the same time they have Armageddon.
Oh yeah.
They have Armageddon. But if I wanted to watch Armageddon, I'd probably watch the Criterion version
Well, yeah.
because it's Criterion. But no, films I think will be in the modern cult. Like, it's so hard to find what a cult classic will be, or I said that wrong. It's hard to distinguish what will be a cult classic and what will be a forgotten gem. Really,
Yeah, yeah.
because they're very similar. Because they're often very.
Because would you argue that Super so far has been a forgotten gem? Or do you think that
I think it's no. I know a lot of people who know of what Super is, but I know just a lot of people don't like
don't
Super.
like it? Yeah.
I think that Super definitely. I don't think Super will be a cult classic. I think Super will be a film that people start to love over time.
Like in 20 years
Like,
from now, people will
will
look back
critically acclaim it. I
and
think
be like,
so.
Super, oh my god. Because Super is my favorite superhero movie of all
Super
time.
is a beautiful
It
character
is a
study
fantastic movie.
that perfectly represents its character. Everyone who says it's messy and doesn't know how to handle its tones and its emotions, that's because Frank doesn't know how to handle his emotions and is a messy person.
Rainn Wilson!
And this, hey, Rainn Wilson, baby.
Rainn Wilson Baby Podcast.
We should just replace the title with this called "Please Come on Our Podcast."
Let us sell our souls to
Yes.
the Weinstein Company.
Oh my gosh, we could. Oh my, that'd be the best.
We'll be like, Harvey, give
be
us money!
Harvey.
You'll be like, okay, but only if you give me your pubescent souls.
Oh, Harvey. But no. What I was saying is that,
And then Harvey Keitel would be like, hey, what about me?
and you were like, not you, Harvey. You're a bad lieutenant. We
You're
want a good lieutenant.
You're Barvey.
Harvey.
You're Barfy, Harvey.
He's Harvey. What?
Nothing.
Why do you people watch this anyway? Or listen to this? But no, I think
No,
that
no, it's talking without pictures. Experience.
What was the name of that group again?
It's the Collective. It's a
Oh, God.
speedrunner team on Twitch.
Yeah. Like, I think that Super definitely has the potential if it doesn't become like quickly claimed to become a cult classic.
Yeah.
I hope it does. I think it's a great film. And I think, in fact, no, I think it will become a cult classic.
Will Tangerine become well, that's praised, to be fair, already, highly.
Yeah, I don't know if I'd call that a cult classic. Yeah, I don't think I'd call that because like a lot of people know what Tangerine is. Like, not even just
a lot of people know what it is. I just don't
like,
think a lot of people
people.
have seen it
Yeah. I
because
think
of its very limited release.
I think it might go down as underrated.
Yeah.
But people will know what because there are a lot of those movies that people know what they are and people just have not seen.
Just have it, yeah.
There's a lot of films like that, and what I also think gives Super an advantage over other films is that it's very rare someone who makes such a dark movie like Super follows it up with the biggest
Guardians of the
hit
Galaxy.
of the last year, or at least one of them. I think American Sniper beat it out.
Well, American Sniper beat everything
Sucks.
out.
That
American
movie
Sniper was
sucks.
horrible.
It is a bad. It doesn't understand what it wants to be. It is a mess. Clint Eastwood should hang up his towel.
Well, Clint Eastwood's been done for a while.
He should be, but because he's one of the most important figures in movie making, and I'm not trying to undersell Clint Eastwood.
He was amazing back in his day.
Yeah, and he's
as an actor.
No, he's directed some great movies.
Some great movies too, to be fair.
Unforgiven, $1 Million Baby, both great. Sorry, but he had like a 1-2 punch of mediocrity followed by all-out horrid.
Yeah.
He went from Jersey. Did you ever see Jersey Boys?
I've not seen Jersey Boys.
Jersey Boys is, like, whenever you turn on TNT and there's a biopic that you've never seen before.
That's Jersey Boys.
That's Jersey Boys.
Yeah.
It's every single TNT movie
By
ever.
the way, Black Mass wasn't very good.
Oh yeah, Black Mask is another movie that TNT will love.
It's one of my least favorite films this year.
I wouldn't say that much.
I wouldn't say it's one of my least. It's one of my most disappointing films of the year.
which Yeah, no, it's not very good. I think Johnny Depp's performance is highly overrated.
No, very, very overrated. He
And
was so right,
Benedict
I suppose.
Cumberbatch is
Benedict Cumberbatch was so
Benedict
fucking bad.
Cumberbatch is Dick Van Dyke from Mary Poppins, but Boston.
And we were talking about Nanny McPhee earlier.
I don't care. We do whatever we want here.
And I just that popped up in my mind because I had a funny description.
Oh really?
But then I forgot about it because we started talking about other things.
Yeah.
It was something along the lines of British children. British children.
Hashtag children.
British children get looked after by a retarded nanny who has warts on her face. But as the bad children do good things, the warts magically disappear from the Nanny McPhee. And then by
Is
the
that
end,
true?
yeah.
What?
No, as the children that Nanny McPhee looks over, they're like really mean and bad at the beginning of the movie.
Thomas Brody Sangster,
And
no.
then Thomas Brody Sangster's like, I'm sorry, and then he like pats everybody else on the head, and everybody else starts being good and doing good things. And then Nanny McPhee's like, then her warts start going away, and she becomes this beautiful woman by the end of the film. And then she rides off, and and then I think her and Thomas Brody Sangster ride through the fucking sky on a floating
So it's
motorbike.
like Grease?
Yeah, to go find his dad or something, his retarded dad who left him behind.
Why are you describing everything as retarded?
Because
You racist?
the movie just seems like it was directed by an autistic child.
Oh, dude, now we're never gonna get anyone on the podcast.
I know.
You're so mean.
No, I'm not being mean to people with autism. I'm just saying it's what the movie feels like.
Goddamn.
It's like what's the guy on YouTube, the Sonic fan guy? It's like Sammy Sonic fan. It's like if he directed a movie.
Well, to be fair, he's like a reasonable person now.
No, he's better now.
Hey, yo, Sammy Sonic
Sammy
fan.
Sonic
Hey,
fan.
come on, we'll talk about Sonic movies. We'll talk about all your favorite Sonic things. We'll talk about Sonic Youth. I love Daydream Nation. Perfect album.
Nanny McPhee's I haven't seen it in a while. Just thinking about the movie makes me giggle though.
But films I feel will go down as called Edge of Tomorrow.
Yeah, probably.
Because like people already know what it is, but like the fact that it did do so poorly will make it a cult classic.
Will establish its cult status.
I could see people cosplaying in Edge of Tomorrow clothes in like.
Oh
10
yeah.
years. I could see that. I could see that perfectly happening. No,
People
I think.
cosplaying as Emily Blunt.
Oh,
Dude,
yes.
Emily Blunt is a very, very pretty woman.
Emily Blunt, baby.
Want to be on our podcast?
So far, this podcast has had one joke.
Will roll your blunt.
Oh yeah, hashtag cross.
Emily Blunt.
I got a boner and I'm gonna smoke it.
A blunter.
But anyway,
That was awful.
yeah, this podcast is awful.
Stop! You're breaking a fucking fourth wall. You're not
Hey.
supposed to refer to the fucking podcast
Wait,
when...
what podcast?
Fuck you. Yeah, okay. Keep going. Shush. You hush up.
You're not the podcast. You're fine.
Fuck you. I don't need you anymore.
You know what?
I have Danny Doyle now.
Danny Doyle.
Yeah.
Danny Phantom and Danny Boyle had a
He's
baby.
gonna catch him all because he's Danny Phantom.
Danny Boyle.
Danny Boyle.
Yo, Danny Boyle, he was just 13, then he went to space, then he
When his parents built a
did,
very strange machine.
then he did heroin, then he got stuck under a rock. He's gonna catch him all because he's Danny Boyle, now he's friends with Steve Jobs.
Yeah. Ewan McGregor.
You were McGregor.
Ewan McGregor is friends with Danny Boyle.
You were McGregor.
Dude, I'm so excited for porno.
Oh, porno's gonna be great. Gonna be great. You know what I think I don't really like, but I think will be a cult classic?
What?
Horns, starring Daniel Radcliffe.
Daniel Radcliffe as the dog walker.
Oh, and you know what? Same goes. I think that, weirdly enough, even though I think it was successful, I think people, like, there's going to be a very devoted audience to it in the future. Like, people will remember what it is, but will have a very devoted fan base. Not The Purge, but The Purge Anarchy. Specifically The Purge
Why the
Anarchy.
Purge Anarchy?
I don't know. I don't like it. I don't think it's good.
I haven't seen either of them.
They're both wasted potential. They could have been great dark comedies.
My sister just hated them, and it was like, usually my sister doesn't like movies that I love, but if she doesn't like this movie that already looks bad, then I'm not gonna go see it.
Yeah, I think...
Because she comes home from Divergent, and she goes, "Oh my God, Kevin, you gotta go see Divergent."
Oh, Tim and Eric's $1 billion movie.
Oh, yep, dude.
Classic.
Tim and Eric's is
so
good.
They already have several cult TV shows.
They do.
Like, it's basically built up to be a cult classic. And
dude, they're gonna make Shrek 3 a cult classic.
Oh my gosh! If you guys haven't seen Tim and Eric's Shrek 3 ads, they're amazing.
They're pretty fucking great.
Tell all your friends about Shrek 3 and go to our MySpace because we have it decked out in Shrek stuff and we got Shrek clips. But I really think that another film that'll be a really, really, really big cult classic is not. I don't know if saying this is a kind of obvious because they're almost made to be cult classics. But The Guest and You're Next.
Dude, I love
they're
The
made.
Guest and You're Next so much. I personally prefer You're Next.
I
know you like The Guest more, but I personally like.
I feel The Guest does something that's very hard, and that's make a likable character sinister.
That is very true.
Where, in You're Next, everyone's an asshole, and that's why it's so fun. Is that everyone's?
I love You're Next because of how fucking bonkers and fun it is.
It's a very fun movie, and which
not to say The Guest. The Guest is amazing.
No, it's great, which is cool because I had never been a huge fan of Adam Wingard. I had never been 100% on his movies. I always thought they had a cool idea, but the Your Next really turned me around, and then he followed that up with The Guest, which I thought was even better, and that's insane. That is a good run.
Yeah.
Which I don't know what he's making next, but I'm excited for it. Which we're not counting his segments on VHS or ABC's of Death.
Oh no.
Because,
he did direct. What segment did he direct on VHS? Did he direct the first person one?
No, that wasn't him.
I haven't seen the VHS movies.
He did direct the one that everyone loves.
Ah.
He did direct that one. I forget which one he directed. I'll look it up in a sec. But he did direct Amateur Night, which Amateur Night is a great short film. It is spectacular. And those guys, they haven't made a movie by themselves before. They've only done 2 shorts for a movie called The Signal, which I have not seen. But he did Tape 56, which I forget what segment that is, so I'll look it up. But, and I remember Ty West, who's the artist in Your Next segment for VHS, and I didn't really like his segment. But if we're talking about the new cult, I think that his film The Innkeepers, which I think is his best, has a chance.
I haven't seen it. I still need to see What We Do in the Shadows.
What We Do? Oh my gosh! I can't believe I haven't mentioned that yet.
I haven't. I own Slow West. So I haven't seen it.
I don't think Slow West will be a cult classic.
It's just thinking of films from this year that I haven't seen.
Yeah, no.
I ironically own Slow West. I haven't watched it yet though.
Well, that's because you're slow.
Slowy Joey.
Slowy, what's that?
What's that, Slowy Joey? I can't hear you. You're talking too slow. Tim Schafer.
Yeah. Oh my gosh, Tim Schafer, baby.
Come on the podcast.
This I love how
we'll make Grim Fandango 2. It's a crossover with Psychonauts.
Yes, this podcast is much more informational and discussion than I thought it would be so far.
Well,
I thought it would be
you're breaking the fourth wall again, you ass.
Oh shit! Oh fuck! My bad. Someone build the fourth wall. Okay, good. Okay, I fixed it. Shh. I fixed it. Yeah, no. I think The Innkeepers has a chance. I'm not that crazy on The Innkeepers. It's this little ghost story that's pretty good. but I think that has a chance. The World's End will be simply because Hot Fuzz and
Oh, dude, The
Edgar Wright
World's
has made a
End.
career out of
So
making cult classics. Every
good.
single one of his films so far
A
is a
cult
cult classic.
classic. Yeah.
But it's with the exception of Fistful of Fingers, which is his first film he made back in 1994.
Which I hear isn't very good.
No, but he was 19.
Yeah. But dude, fucking The
You
World's End
do,
is so
it
good.
is cool because you do see like little Wright-isms, like at
Uh,
their very premature state. So that's pretty cool. So, I'd recommend watching it if you're interested in Edgar Wright and
yeah,
seeing what
yeah,
he
yeah.
did
Nah,
before
I'll probably
Shaw,
watch it
or before
eventually.
Spaced, which is his TV show, which you haven't watched yet, and you should because it's how he met Simon and Nick.
Oh,
Yeah, it's awesome. There's even an episode with zombies.
nice.
Um, and also, I think the VHS movies are going to go down not as cult classics, but like slumber party classics, or at least the first two, because the third one was shit.
Dude, those movies, the VHS movies would be good to watch at like slumber parties.
Which, despite its mediocrity, I think Unfriended will also go down there.
Yeah.
Because
Yeah.
Unfriended, I had a really fun time while watching it,
Yeah, I have fun with Unfriended. It's
but
not
in
all
hindsight,
that
I'd
great.
never watch it again. Ever.
No,
Like,
yeah. Like I wouldn't have watched it again.
oh, It Follows.
Oh, It Follows definitely cult classic.
Cult.
That fucking blew up.
Yeah, that blew up. So sleeper hit, I guess. Which that brings
Yeah.
up the question: what defines a sleeper hit, and what defines a cult classic?
Maybe
Because
cult
like,
classic is like a success later in its lifetime, and sleeper hits more.
I feel like cult classic is like it's successful, but people don't know about it as much. Whereas a sleeper hit would be like Shawshank Redemption. Like, yeah, it was praised at its release and was nominated for the Oscar, but no one started caring about it until like TNT started playing it.
Yeah.
Or like if it's a film that did well with its for its budget and gets more popular over time. Because like that's basically sorry, that's what happened to It Follows is it did really well for an indie movie, which
Yeah.
I think if there's a film that will become a sleeper hit, if I had to guess, would probably be The Place Beyond the Pines, which is this movie made by Derek Cianfrance, who is the director of Blue Valentine, which is a much better movie. And basically, it's about these three different stories involving Ryan Gosling, Bradley Cooper, and their kids. I won't say much more than that, but I feel like even though it's only good, I feel like TNT will eat it up. And I think the same goes for
Yeah.
like a Black Mass.
Yeah, TNT will fucking love Black Mass. They'll love The
What
Man from Uncle too.
Man from Uncle? I don't think TNT will love a Man from Uncle. I think USA will love a Man from Uncle.
Yeah.
And
I don't know the TV channel like
USA is the
standards.
one that shows WWE Raw,
Uh.
and like it always plays The Mummy.
Dude,
Ah, dude, I
the
miss
Mummy.
Mummies.
Jim Brendan Fraser. Get off the fucking
Podcasting.
History Channel. Come on our podcast.
Get off
man.
the History Channel. Come to
Fucking leave
Crescent.
Texas and come to the place with only Chris Evans' photo and bold
We'll
text.
replace the photo, but just for you, baby.
Do you wanna do you wanna replace the Chris Evans photo with?
No,
Brendan
not
Fraser?
yet. We haven't gotten him on the
Oh, okay.
podcast yet. Not for him. Not for him. No, Chris Evans is our baby. Which Snowpiercer,
Snowpiercer is so.
I think, will go down.
It'll probably go down as a cult classic.
I don't think it will go down as a cult classic. I think it will. I think it'll be a film that is like praised, years down the line. I mean,
years
it's
down the
praised
line.
now,
Dude,
but like I
Snowpiercer's
think like
so good.
people are gonna be inspired by Snowpiercer. We're
Yeah.
gonna see Snowpiercer's influence, which I think same goes for why I haven't brought them up. I think same goes for the Raid movies. I think the Raid will inspire a whole new generation of action directors, as well as the Raid 2, which is even better. I think
haven't seen either of them.
you
I need
gotta,
to.
you gotta. And that's another reason I think that another film that will be a sleeper hit, because it was successful for what it was, but like It did get any Oscar nominations, or at least any ones that were big. It did get its Best Actor that deserved. Nightcrawler's got to be huge.
Oh, dude,
Huge
it's
down
so gonna be
the line. Nightcrawler's
huge.
going to be huge. And I think if we're talking about, we haven't even gotten to attention yet, and that's what we meant to do. But I think if we're talking about films that will also be sleeper hits, just to wrap it up real quickly, I think because I want to get into what will influence people, I think The Babadook is gonna not only influence people but be a sleeper hit, and I think like AMC or like an Encore is gonna start showing that on like
Well,
Halloween
it's
night.
on Netflix.
No, I know, but like I mean TV because
Yeah,
despite what Netflix wants to tell you, people still see a lot of movies because of TV.
that is very true.
TV is still a major player, and I think that the Babadook is going to be shown on like Halloween marathons on television. Like,
Yeah, yeah.
I think that's where it's going to find its home, which it's good because it's a really good movie. And I think another film that will really, really do well as a cult classic is Dear White People.
Dude, Dear White People is so great.
I could see like Dear White
Man,
People
fuck
like
Tyler Perry.
having midnight movies, and like I could see people really, really liking Dear White People
Dear
down
White
the
People is
line.
really
I mean,
great.
people still like it now, but like I
Yeah,
could see it doing even better down the line.
yeah,
Which
yeah.
I think goes for things
Like
like
Scott Pilgrim syndrome.
yeah, and I think like if we're going for like science fiction cult hits, that I think will happen. The Rover, Under the Skin. Well, like again,
Under the
these films are
Skin's
already
very. It's
acclaimed, but I think
Scarlett
they'll get
Johansson.
bigger audiences.
Yeah.
But Under the Skin is still like it was still a smaller movie.
Yeah, it was a smaller movie, but it's still very well
Yeah, but
known.
like, look,
I haven't seen it personally.
cult classics. Some of them are bigger than others. Some of them are more known. And I think that Under the Skin will be on the brim of being a cult classic. Like it'll just be a cult classic. Like just enough people won't know about it.
Yeah.
And I think which I think a film that is already starting to make itself a cult classic because it bombed at the box office is Dread.
Dude, Dread was really fucking
Dread
good.
was super fun, and it was a really fun science fiction film. I think it will definitely find its audience. And before we get, because we're coming up on an hour here, before we get near the end, I want to talk about two things. I want to talk about one, detention. Let's go into this movie and why no one talks about it and how that's a shame.
It's really a shame.
Because this is one of the most technically perfect films I've seen in years. If you want to see a movie that knows its style, knows exactly what it wants to be, knows how to be it, and is confident about it, where other filmmakers, less experienced filmmakers, would be scared to go places this movie goes, Joseph Kahn's Detention does it. Like, it's a bonkers homage to every single genre you can think of, from teen films to 50s sci-fi to apocalypse movies. It's bonkers. It is insane, and it ties it all together in a neat little bow. It's like if Scott Pilgrim was less accessible.
Basically, yeah.
And like it really does show what years of doing music videos will translate into film. And it really, really does show that there's a lot of talent in music videos, and I feel like
There
it was much
is.
big. It was a much bigger in the '90s to bring filmmakers from music videos into filmmaking, and I feel like you don't hear about that as much anymore. Which this
No,
isn't
like
Joseph Kahn.
you don't get your Spike
Which I
Joneses.
should say this isn't Joseph Kahn's first rodeo.
No, there was Torque,
There was Torque, and Torque
which
was
they make
just
fun
as
of in Detention.
was just as insane, but not nearly as almost inspiring as Detention is, because it was more of a studio movie that he just touched up
Yeah,
and made
yeah.
his own. And I'm glad to see him getting attention for his work with Taylor Swift and for the Power Rangers short, because he is a guy. He's doing some of the most interesting things with tone in filmmaking that anyone else is doing. He's experimenting with tone in ways that people have never thought of. Like his use of the opening credits are insane.
Dude,
They
in fucking
they
Detention,
sneak up on you. You
it's
don't
so
notice them
good.
at first.
Yeah.
His how it's just Detention's really good, and it shows that he is a true craftsman behind the camera. Like if you want a movie that at least looks nice, Detention will be that movie
No, it
because
is very,
it is a
very.
beautiful movie.
It's fucking gorgeous, and it's very well shot and amazingly
And
edited.
acted.
Great, dude. Josh Hutcherson
kills it,
yeah.
which is weird because I'm not a Josh Hutcherson fan. I often feel he is a little melodramatic and hammy, and when he tries to be funny, he tries a little too hard. But nope, he finds a perfect balance of campy and of just campy enough without being overbearing. He finds the perfect balance in this. He's come a long way since Kicking and Screaming, starring Will Ferrell. So, or RV.
Dude, I loved RV as a kid.
You loved RV? Did you love Bridge of Terabithia too?
Dude, remember fucking Josh Hutcherson was in the Zathura. I always forget about
He
him.
wasn't Zathura.
He was a little boy. We're not the littlest boy. He was the little.
He was the angsty boy.
He was the angsty baseball boy who
Yeah,
wanted to play football, but then the other kid's like, no, I want to play board games.
I want to play ball games.
And then they go to Zathura,
Mommy.
and then there's the whole Christian Stewart fucks her dad.
What?
Yeah.
Zathura, the movie where Christian Stewart fucks her dad. But before we go, because we've got about 10 minutes left of ideal time.
Yeah.
I want to talk about what movies do you think will be like, oh, these are the classics from this decade so far.
So far?
Yeah, because I have like I have a few that I think.
Do you have like any specific criteria, like in terms of success?
Not cult classic, because like
just classics
a
from
movie
this decade?
like The Dirties is a great movie, but people aren't gonna be like, wow.
Like, oh wow, The Dirties.
Yeah, a select group, a few I think.
Yeah, like I will probably do.
And, like,
I
same
love
goes for,
The
like-
Dirties is fucking amazing.
Same goes for like Wetlands, but like or like Simon Killer, but I don't think people will be like, that is our Godfather, or like our like people won't be like, that's a classic from this decade.
True.
Because
like
so I know
there's some films that from this decade that are considered classics already, but I'm not a fan of.
Well, we're not going to well, those are contemporary classics.
Yeah.
We'll describe them as that because we don't know, years down the line things could change. Like, people were very quick to call Forrest Gump a classic, and now I don't know a lot of people who like Forrest Gump.
I really don't like Forrest Gump at all.
It's not good, but like I don't know anyone who really likes it. I mean, people still do, but like it's more of like a divisive movie now than it was. So, but I mean, like, movies that in the future everyone will be like, great, cinephiles or even mainstream alike.
One that instantly pops up in my head is Kill Bill.
I think that's already. I mean, from this decade. Like,
This decade? I thought you meant this century.
No. I think Kill Bill is already on its way. I think Kill Bill is all. People love Kill Bill.
No, Kill Bill is fucking fantastic.
Which, let's just exclude Tarantino. Because I could always say I think Django is going to be a classic.
Tarantino is my favorite director, by the way.
Which, speaking of favorite directors, I think Her definitely lands a spot.
Her will go. I really do think it will.
I think Her will be an influential science fiction story as well as an influential romance.
Dude,
especially romance.
Oh,
in fact, I think Her is going to be what we consider a Snapchat. That actually fits. Snapchat of our modern age. And what it means to, like, be human and what it means to love in the 2010s. Because I had a very, like, kind of surreal, melancholy moment when I walked out of Her, where I walk out and everyone is on their phones talking to their loved ones or their phone that is their loved one. It was, and I think it's going to really serve as a snapshot of the 2010s.
2010s, yeah.
Which I think this won't serve as a snapshot of the 2010s, but I think it will serve as an example of why Martin Scorsese is amazing, and that's
Wolf of Wall Street is
I think
fantastic.
that will go down as a classic.
I agree. I think that Social Network will go down as a classic.
Social Network, I think, is almost like because again, talking about snapshots of our decade, that will be another one that will represent it.
Yeah.
Which I meant to mention this earlier. Going back to cult classics, I think two I forgot to mention are Antiviral, David
Cronenborg.
Cronenberg's kids
Cyborg
movie.
from Teen Titan.
Yes, but he's a fly. He's like long live the new flesh. But I think I Steve will as well. But I think I Steve will go down as cult classic, as well as Lloyd's the Salem. But if we're going back to films that I think people will consider classics, another one I think is Fruitvale Station, which
I haven't seen.
it got a lot of buzz when it came out, but it got no Oscar buzz. But I think because of TNT, people will refer to it as not only a shock, like what was the word I was using?
A
Under the
sleeper
radar.
hit?
Sleeper hit, yeah. I wanted to say shocker hit, shocker pen.
A shocker pen.
Yo,
By the way,
sorry,
shout out to the girls on Triple Dog.
Oh my gosh, Triple Dog. Triple Dog's gonna be a classic.
Yeah.
I feel as a decade, the 2010s have been quite promising so far.
They have.
I feel like I can't
I was gonna
really
say, would you think Whiplash would go down?
I think Whiplash will. I
Yeah.
think Whiplash will go down as a triumph of editing more than
Dude,
anything
yeah.
else, as well as acting. Because of Simmons and Teller, who also does a great job, who I feel gets unfortunately overlooked because Simmons.
Yeah.
Oh, Lego Movie. I think will go down
Dude,
as
yes.
our Toy Story.
I agree.
Lego Movie, and I think if I'm going to pick movies that I feel define like the teen generation right now, 21 and 22 Jump Street. Made by the same
haven't
guys,
seen
Phil Lord and
either.
Chris Mc- You have to. They are so good. They are so good. Phil Lord and Chris Miller are geniuses.
They
And
are very, very
They are
smart
comedic
people.
geniuses. I love them. Clone High is a great show. I even really like the Cloudy with Chance of Meatballs, the first one. They didn't make the second one. And now they're working on Han Solo, so that'll be
Yeah,
good.
yeah.
But if I had to pick a few more movies that I think are going to be classics, I think The Master is going to change everything.
I haven't seen The Master.
And
But
I think
really
Inherent
need to.
Vice is going to be a cult hit. Because
I agree.
Look, okay, here's the thing. Paul Thomas Anderson, he's going to make everything great because he is great. Love him.
Paul Thomas Anderson is just better than
I think Looper will be really influential as a work of science fiction.
Yeah, I probably.
Django will be a testament to the work of a later Tarantino, which goes for the same as a Wolf of Wall Street, where they're going to be like in the director's later career, which Tarantino obviously has a lot more life in him. But
Than like the likes of Scorsese.
yeah, but like then I guess depending on how long he continues to make films, his mid-career or later career, because he does say he's going to end after 10.
Well, no,
but
he said.
he says a lot of things.
No, he said like even like
Kill Bill
at the Cannes
3.
Film Festival, he says I may end at 10 if like fucking if I may end at like after Hateful Eight if I can't present my movies in film, or fuck it, I might make 15. Who knows?
Yeah.
Yeah, he says a lot of things.
Yeah, exactly. Which he says he has a murder mystery script, which I would love to
He
hear.
wants to make another Western after Hateful Eight.
Yeah, I know, and I don't know if I like that.
I don't know if I want that.
Like, I'm not saying he doesn't make good westerns. I love Django.
Django was great, yeah.
But, like, a murder mystery by Quentin Tarantino?
Sounds fucking fantastic.
I think he won't go down any of his movies as famous, but I think animator who will innovate animation, Don Hertzfeldt, who made It's Such a Beautiful Day.
I really need to see it.
It's on your Netflix list that I
It
gave
is.
you.
I
Get
know.
to it. He's gonna change a lot of things, and I think that another film that will go down as like a testament to our teen generation is Perks Being a Wallflower.
Oh yeah.
I think that'll be a film. That'll be like a Breakfast Club situation, but it's a lot better than Breakfast Club. I
Yeah,
think
I'd
Killer Joe
imagine.
will be a cult classic. Like we're just listing things off now, so my bad. But
I think
I
the
think the
Land Before
moon is.
Time
I think.
remake.
I think the moon is an important thing in the
I
sky.
think the Moon movie from
God
1912.
damn it! The trip to the moon. You
I
know I hate it.
I know. But yeah, no, the 2010s have been pretty.
Oh, and Mad Max. Mad Max is
Yes,
going to go
Fury
down
Road,
as
fucking
a
landmark
landmark.
for action films.
Yes, 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 yes. Obviously, I think Inside Out will be very popular in the later years.
I suppose.
But people love that Inside
I
Out.
wasn't as much of a fan of it as everybody
Me
else
neither.
was.
But like,
Like a lot of people are saying it's like the best movie of the
I
year
wasn't
so
a big
far.
fan of Monsters Inc. either. But people love Monsters Inc.
Yeah, Monsters Inc. isn't all that great.
But I liked I like Inside Out a lot more than Monsters Inc. But
Yeah, I agree.
um, and if I may, I'm gonna make a top five, like just real quick off the top of my head, because I know rambling isn't the best for a podcast, of films I think will not only be considered classics but will influence as well. And I'm going to have, because in fact no, just classics, because influencing classics is very different.
Yeah.
Which, if there's a film I think will influence everyone, especially when people look at foreign cinema from the 2010s, I think Xavier Dolan, I believe is how you pronounce his name. Which, of course, I have to do it with that pretentious, bitchy accent.
Xavier Bolland.
Xavier Croissant.
I know French.
I lick his tongue. Um, Mommy, I think, will influence a lot of people. Which Mommy is, Mommy's a good movie, but and I think the film that will define like our not our teens, but our 20 somethings and what they liked at the time is Pitch Perfect. Pitch Perfect will go down as a classic, despite my apathy towards it.
Pitch Perfect. More like bitch perfect.
God damn it, Kevin. We should just end it now. But but if I had to pick, and I'll do top three because that's easier to just do off the top of my head. Films that I think will be considered classics. Actually, no, top five. Silver Linings Playbook I think will be considered a classic. I really like Silver Linings Playbook. I know some people don't,
I
but
really like it. I don't think it'll go
I
down
think
in
it will.
history.
I'm not saying it'll be influential because it's not a movie that's going to be influential because I don't think it
No.
does all that much new. But I think it's a film that people will really like
Yeah.
and people will talk about. I think it'll hit the sweet
It's in the
spot
movie
of, like,
they got
of
huge off Netflix.
it'll hit the sweet spot of like a Shawshank Redemption.
Yeah.
And then I think besides Mad Max, another one that is going to be considered a classic is I really think Prisoners is going to be big once time has passed because it's already. I know a lot of people who really like it, but I think when it comes to like, oh, what's a movie you love from the past decade, in a decade or so, they'll be like, I think your normal people will be like Prisoners. Your people who aren't cinephiles. Because my mom doesn't rewatch a lot of movies. She's seen Prisoners at least 15 times.
Oh, jeez.
She is obsessed with Prisoners.
I haven't seen it.
It's very good. I think This Is the End will be influential, and I think it'll go down as a classic in meta humor. And like, doing a top five is so hard. I shouldn't have
Just
done
fuck
this.
that. Who cares?
Let's say, Her will be influential. There's a lot of things that'll be influential.
Yeah,
What I'm saying
a lot of things are
decade
coming about.
is promising.
It is very promising.
It's brimming
And
with
Jeremy
new-
Solner is leading the way.
Yes, Yeah, I'd argue he's my favorite so far. He didn't debut in this decade, though.
No, but so far, he's the
made
most
his
exciting.
impact in this decade. What I'm basically trying to say with all this is that I feel it's very easy to be like, oh, this decade isn't as good as the last, or because nothing's ever as good as it seems while it's happening.
Yeah.
But I think we have a very promising decade with very exciting filmmakers. which, despite that a lot of them did premiere in the last decade, I think they're going to peak in this decade. Like, such as an Xavier Dolan, or a Shane Carruth, or an Adam Wingard, or a Jeremy Saulnier, or like even, and then you do have new people who are, which, or like the guy who directed Wetlands, who I always forget the name of, but he did debut in the 2000s as well. I think he has a lot of potential, and I
Yeah,
think
yeah,
there are filmmakers we have yet to see who have movies coming out that we don't even know how good those could be.
yeah,
Well,
yeah.
we have an Alfredo Gonzalez, I believe his name is, or Alfonso Gomez Rejon is his name. He debuted this year with that remake of The Town That Dread Sundown, and then he came out with Me and Her Own Dying Girl. He has a lot
Oh
of potential.
shit, Mio and Design Girl's
Matt
so good.
Johnson has a lot of potential. And even though we joke with him a lot that he should be on the podcast, I think Max Landis as a screenwriter has a lot of potential. I feel that his skills, if we may talk about him again for just a little bit, because I find him to be
I
very
wanna
interesting.
wrap up
No,
after
I find
Max
him to be.
Landis.
Yeah, okay, okay, okay. Just let me do my little epilogue after this,
Okay.
and I'll be done. Don't worry. I feel he's very untamed in his skill right now, but I feel he could be something amazing. Which I know we talk about him a lot, but he's a very interesting figure because screenwriters aren't usually celebrities. But in conclusion, I'm just saying, despite how this year has been a little slow and not as good as we expected with, how good last
Fucking
year
movies
was.
and video games both.
Yeah, with how good last year was. I think what I'm saying is just you never know what's going to be great because when you expect something to be great, it usually isn't. You never know
Except
what
for
you
Mad Max.
you never know. A lot of people didn't expect that to be great though. I think that was just me. You never know what you have until you see it, is what I'm trying to say.